Hey everybody, Dr. Dan here, and today I want to tackle a huge topic, autoimmunity. And this is such a huge issue because there's a lot of people out there talking about their solutions to autoimmunity. There's not a single solution, and there's certainly not a cure. I don't care what anybody says. No one's ever gotten a Nobel Prize in medicine for curing autoimmunity. And if you talk to an immunologist, autoimmunity and the immune system in general is massively complex. So let's talk about a few key pieces, because there's about 9 known molecular processes that can drive autoimmunity, and they are so wildly different. But once you have it, what do? Because it's a huge world, and like I said, it's massively complex. So here's a few steps. The first thing that you need to do is start to identify things that are triggering an inflammatory response in your body. You need to look at nutrient deficiencies. You need to make sure that you don't have too many micronutrients and macronutrients, like too much iron, maybe too many calories. Now, I know some of you are guilty of that. Outside of the calories, with food, you can also have these food sensitivities. Now, I'm going to talk to you in another video about food sensitivities, because the testing, it leaves a lot to be desired. But there are some foods that can flare people. So you want to know your foods. You need to be looking at your gut. Your microbiome is a huge piece. A lot of people are going to say autoimmunity starts in the gut. You know, that's partially correct as far as getting control of it, but that's not where it starts. It can start in a lot of different places. You can have some issues with the gut, though, that's going to contribute to an ongoing inflammatory response. And you really want your gut on your side if you're going to try to get this monster under control. So we got to look at the gut. We need to look at your stress hormones. We need to look at all of your hormones. And you also want to make sure you're not having any massive toxic exposures, and your body can actually get rid of those things. So those are the things that are going to drive the fire. So anything that stresses the body is going to trigger an immune response and can keep you from getting into remission, or as close to remission as possible, because that's the goal. Get in remission and then lengthen the distance between flares. So that's a really critical piece. So we want to get the testing. That's step 1. Hope that helps.